Okay, well, hello guys, and welcome to your
Hello, good
first.
evening.
Thank you for and thank you all for coming. This evening and taking the time out. This is your first ever Jessica Conquers Cancer course. In this process, I'm going to show you so much as far as how to grow with yourselves, your environment, how to better your life spiritually as well as even physically. I'm gonna go over so many different topics, guys. So what I want to let you guys know that if you guys have a pen and paper, I would definitely take notes. I'm gonna go through the full session, and at the end of the course, you guys can take notes, write questions, so that you can ask me afterwards. I'll let you know when the recording is over, so that way you guys can get the full effect of the full course. So, we are going to cover Cancer Void. This is book 1, okay? And this is where we're going to start. Every week, I'm going to cover chapter by chapter, and I'm going to go into depth as far as what I've learned, and I'm going to educate you on how to beat the odds as well. If you're going through certain things, that's what we're here to do, is to help you grow. So without further ado, my name is Jessica Bustamante, and I am the author of Cancer Void. The reason why I developed this course is because I know what it's like to feel alone, to be have fear, anxiety, depression, everything you can imagine when you get diagnosed and your life changes right before your eyes. In 2014, I was 39 years old. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And at the time, I didn't even know how severe it was. Literally, from the time they told me I had breast cancer, literally within less than 4 weeks, I found out it went from a stage 2 from what I was told to a stage 4. I didn't understand what that meant. When they explained it to me, I basically went from fighting for remission or fighting for life and now fighting for time. Okay. I was told I would never, ever be in remission. I was told that with the type of cancer I had, I would probably statistically only have a year. And that's with chemotherapy for that full year. I was determined that that was not going to be my fate. I needed to learn my enemy. That's the first thing that we need to do, is take control back and say, this is not going to be me. How do you fight your battles if you don't even know what you're fighting against? So that was my thing. My obsession was to learn cancer and figure out, how can I beat it? Is it possible? Okay. So I'm going to give you a little description. I'm only going to read the prologue to Cancer Void, book number 1. Cancer is a long and painful journey. You are at the thrust into the arena that you must wake up every single day and fight in the arena. You didn't choose to fight it, yet you are asked to until the very end. Cancer can change your body and your mind, but don't ever forget, it is a defenseless against your soul. When I asked why now, why is now the time that I decided to write and share my message, I know my answer. I truly believe with all my heart that healing is always possible. Through this book, I want to spread my message and reach as many people as I can, to let them know that there is always hope. I want to put something out into the universe that people can go to and find the answers, which will give them a glimpse of hope. The thought of giving other strength in a time where they may have forgotten that hope exists inspired me to work and write this book. I want to show others that there are miracles, that their miracle is also possible, and it is right around the corner. In finding the right tools to find peace, tranquility through your cancer journey. Is it possible? I can assure you it is because I am living proof. People tend to not think outside of their box. They don't like to move out of their comfort zone and try different things that are out there. I can assure you that it is imperative to broaden your horizons and look at every available option because the system doesn't always tell you everything. I wish for my words in this book to guide you and to tell you that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did and spend immense amounts of money to find answers. Many of the things I talk about are those that you can try yourself and probably save you a lot of money. I know all too well how the journey can be the most challenging one you have ever faced. The feeling of torment, this desperation, loneliness, all wrapped into one big emotion that's constantly weighed you down and forcing you to become someone that you don't recognize when you look in the mirror. You may not know what the next step will be or the direction that step will lead you in. Nevertheless, you will need to remember to just breathe. Take a deep breath and feel the inhale and the exhale. You need to pay attention to building yourself up. Becoming mentally strong and focused, and most importantly, you must believe in your unique healing ability. And 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 if you give up, that's when the depression, anxiety, and negative feelings have to overcome and empower you. Do not let that happen. Do not give fear the control it wants. Give it completely opposite by taking back your control and learning how to fight the right battle. Truly, you will see that it starts with you and the way you think. It is your mindset that needs to shift because the mind can be your worst enemy if you allow it to be. I want this book to give you the confidence to feel empowered with a new way of thinking and living and to make you honestly believe that you're going to be an asset to the ones around you. As you go through this journey, you will need answers to help not only yourselves, but others as well. It is essential to involve others because it's not just about you. It's about the other people out there making the most out of their resources so that we can help each other. That's the main goal, to spread knowledge and experience as much as we can so that we can be a sign of hope so that others keep going as well. To be able to survive, it is crucial to believe in your heart that you are a survivor, that there is always a possibility that you will get through it all. The mind. The mind is everything. It is absolutely vital to stay hopeful. I believe that the mind is strong enough to heal the body. Moreover, I know you can do it. My life is no different than yours. If I have been able to beat the odds, then so can you. The problem is that you are the one that needs to believe you can push yourself through the good days and the bad days that you will face. Dedicate yourself to refusing to throw in the towel. That's the trick. Staying positive no matter what the report says. Don't wait. The time is now. If you are reading this book, it means you're ready. Somewhere deep inside of you, you know that you can overcome this. And this is not the end, rather, just the beginning of an incredible journey. So, this is a description, guys, of the beginning of my journey and what I had to face. There are things that you're going to have to learn along the way. I started my course with week 1 in trying to help you guys understand that cancer is not just a sickness and disease that is inside the body or the physical body. It's something that is created in our environment. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys were genetically tested. We're going to talk about genetics throughout the weeks, just so that you guys know. But most of the time, only 10% is uh, tested positive. 90% of the other people, like myself, that got cancer, yet it was a negative for genetic, and yet I still got it. So ask yourself, how does that happen? Why does that happen? And why is 90% of the world who is not, you know, in the gene, yet still getting cancer and diagnosed? Why? It's something that we're doing that is causing cancer to grow. The thing is, we all have cancer in the body. It just, in some people, it wakes up, and in some people, it doesn't. Why? Because there's things that they're doing, there's things that our bodies are lacking, there's things that are our surroundings, trauma, stress, anything that we go through are things that will affect our life on what is happening, and it can cause an imbalance. So for me, it's about learning the overall environment and how do we rid it from the body. If we cause cancer to wake up, is it possible to put it to sleep? Ask yourselves that. That's what I was obsessed with. If it woke up, how do I put it to sleep, and is it possible to do so? Okay. Doctors are always going to go to the most, I want to say, the same thing. Science, pharmaceutical, and medication will always only have its role and can only do so much. Okay. In my case, I don't know, who's on here, what, as far as learning what about cancer, but I will tell you this. When it comes to cancer, there's so much that people do not discuss that we can take back control, that I found out through this journey that made all the difference, and nobody discusses it. That's why I decided, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to create a course. I'm going to create a community where we can come together and not only learn for ourselves, but also teach our young ones, our kids, our families, everybody else. Because if not, then the cycle doesn't break. It's like being, a drug addiction or a battered wife. If we don't change the cycle and break it, it's going to continue happening. And see, the young ones nowadays don't even realize the mistakes that they're making because they think that it's normal and part of life. Example, if we think of the kids today, 10 and younger, what are they eating today? Most of them are eating chicken nuggets, French fries, fast foods, everything that's quick, ramens, nothing healthy anymore. We don't take the time to cook healthy meals. Most of the youngins right now don't eat fruits and vegetables. Therefore, again, with time, what happens is we're causing an imbalance in the body and cancer wakes up. And if we don't change the cycle, the years are going to get younger and younger instead of older and older. So we need to change this completely. So we're going to start with number 1. How to enjoy your life through your healing journey. Is it possible? Living with a diagnosis should not stop you from living life. If anything, you should know that the life is a gift. Every day is an opportunity in making a choice to live life to the fullest, or you can allow your diagnosis to dictate your life. I have said it before. We are not measured by the time we have, but we will be measured by by what we've done in our lives. So live your life with no regret and understand that we must learn our bodies in order to take care of it. If we are proactive about our health, then you can prevent sickness and disease from coming, and in the process, teach your loved ones how to have a new clean way of living. So then you can have the benefits and live a long, healthy life as well as your family. Number two, what is cancer? What is cancer? It is an abnormal growth of cells which tend to proliferate and in an uncontrolled way, and some cases it metastasizes in the body. Cancer is not one disease. It's a group of more than 100 different distinctive diseases. Cancer can involve any tissue in the body and have many different forms of areas that will affect the body. Can you cure cancer in the body? There is no cure for cancer. However, successful treatment can result in cancer going into remission, which means that all signs of it has gone. The early detection of treatment of cancer can significantly improve chances of remission and a person's outlook. Now, if you think of that statement, guys, when we go back to result in going into remission, the early detection, which means signs are all signs of cancer and getting it, can we cure it? No, but here's the thing. Remember what I just said. Everybody has cancer. This is why when you think, well, can you cure it? No, you can put it in remission because our bodies woke it up, but it's never they can never say, oh, well, there's an actual cure out there because our body is causing this. Can we allow it to go into remission? Yes, we can. That's what we are trying to do and keep it that way. Number three, how do we get rid of anxiety and depression? Sit with your eyes closed. Turn your attention and just breathe. Take a deep breath, because I know that what you're going through, what you're facing, you are, in a mix of emotions. If you're at the beginning of this, you're probably confused and you're probably still at the why me. If you're still at the why me, we're going to go over throughout the weeks how to build that and get out of the why me and understand more about your body. Okay. Meditate. Keep calm. Give yourself the gift of serenity and start your day with 10 minutes of solitude, positive energy. When you wake up, I know that you have the report. I know you may be facing something. I do too. Even when I was going through my chemos, even when I don't feel well, the first thing I do when I wake up is I open my eyes and I thank God that I was given another day. Always give thanks that you were given another day. No matter how you feel, you are still blessed to be here. Okay? Somebody else is coming in. So you definitely want to stay encouraged. You want to motivate yourself. You want to meditate and you want to worship. My whole thing is worshiping in the morning starts my day because it fills my spirit. And that's exactly what I want, is to fill the spirit with positive thoughts, positive, energy, and leave things in God's hands. Trust me, when you start your day that way, everything changes. Trim the fat from the budget. Financially stress is common reason people contact me. Psychotherapy, debt will keep you up at night and contribute to feeling of low self-worth and hopelessness. Take care of your finances. Stop spending on non-essentials. Guys, I want to cover this and we're going to get more into depth about this financial budget, because a lot of people come to me and tell me, how can I afford all the things that you do, Jessica, that are outside of treatment when I can't even afford what I'm doing now, or I don't have insurance, doesn't cover it, and yet I have to pay for this. We're going to talk about all this throughout the weeks on how to help yourselves and how to think different, even when it comes to grocery shopping. Okay, you can slim the budget on groceries. Right now, I spend the same amount as what I used to, but I'm just spending it in a different form. Now I spend it in fruits and vegetables, make sure that they're organics, Yes, is it less groceries? Yes, but it is what my body needs. I'm not spending on chips. I'm not spending on, candies and on cokes on any of that anymore. Therefore, it helps when you can justify, right, how you're spending your money and how to live a new normal. That's what we're creating, is a new normal life for yourselves. So we're going to need to work on that, and we're going to go over that intensely throughout this course. Plan a day trip. When you spend time in nature, you give your mind and body much needed break. Take a walk in the park with your partners, a friend. Exercise is good. It eliminates stress, but you can also work on communication, getting things out. A lot of the times we hold a lot of stuff in and we feel like nobody around us understands us. That's another reason why I created this group, for you guys to be able to interact with people who do understand you, and you do not have to be alone. Therefore, this is going to be imperative, and I believe that this group will help you. And not only that, but also you get the one-on-one with me at the end of the session. You're gonna be able to ask me all the questions one-on-one that you need. Go to bed early. Sleep deprivation is huge anxiety cause. Inadequate shut eye can amplify the brain and get reaction to not being able to sleep. Upping overall anxiety levels, according to research, don't burn the midnight oil in hopes of catching up at the end of the weekend. Add essential lavender oils to your bath water for calming. Use water infused with lavender to soothe painful joints and muscles. Also, recommend a diffuser to help you with insomnia. The sweet woody smell of lavender oils help you to fall asleep and stay asleep. Guys, I use essential oils for a lot of things. I don't know if you've heard this, but as I speak to you about cancer, or sicknesses and diseases, a lot of essential oils are biblical. They come back from God, times. They were made for a reason, and those oils will help penetrate the body, and there's healing, to it. Frankincense is one of my favorite for cancer. If you guys don't know this, please research essential oils, frankincense. That is fabulous for cancer. Lavender, it's amazing, not only for the aroma, but it's calming, it's relaxing, it's for your body, it soothes you. There's many more of the essential oils that I use, and we'll talk about them throughout the weeks. We're going to go into depth on what they can do for the body. But essential oils is key, and I highly recommend that you guys look into them. And there's all kinds, all prices, all brands. So I'm not going to say, use a specific, but start getting at least in tune to using essential oil. Go green, affect anxiety. Morning glass of green juice can get you in the right side and be calm throughout the day. People, when they wake up and they drink a coffee, gives you jitters, okay? I know caffeine, they can eat a panecito, they're giving themselves sugar. You're jump starting your day, your body, your metabolism with sugar, which is not good. Caffeine, which is, again, running your system, giving you the mood swings. If you have already anxiety, all caffeine is going to do is give you more anxiety. So you guys, if you are already that type of person, you want to eliminate caffeine and try to at least go more natural. Going green teas, okay, like mint, chamomile, turmeric, moringa, dandelion. There's many teas, natural teas out there that will help your body, that we're going to discuss as well, that help with also cancer and help heal the body as well. So I recommend teas natural, going green, shakes in the morning, jumpstart the your body. If you guys are following me on Facebook, you see that I am constantly getting on there showing you shakes, meal replacement shakes, what I put in the body, how do I jumpstart it, what our body was made for, and how it can metabolize the body. Okay, these are the things that you're needing when you are sick. That means your body is acidic. What you need is alkaline. The more you alkaline the body, then the less sickness and diseases can survive in the body. Therefore, you want to alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. What are greens? Fruits and vegetables, organic, are all alkaline. So the more alkaline that you put in the body, sickness and disease cannot survive. If you're feeding your body with sugars, caffeines, breads, carbs, you're feeding your body with acidic foods, which is also feeding your body. Okay, so these are things that you need to know to understand how to switch your body and not give it the things that it wants to continue to grow cancer. You want to eliminate, you want to put it to sleep, then you need to learn how to clean the body correctly. We need to shock it. And here's the thing, guys, it's not just temporary fix. Once you do this, you're going to have to do it for life because this is a life change. Cancer just didn't happen in one day. It came with time from bad habits, things that we do. And unless we hold ourselves accountable, then we will not be able to change. See, doctors want us to think that the medicine is a solution. That's our band-aid. That's what's going to work. No. It is only a band-aid. If we don't change what we're doing, then even the band-aid eventually is not going to work. And therefore, if we keep doing our bad habits, cancer is going to keep coming back. This is why I tell people, this has got to be a life change. This is not something that is overnight. This is not something that is going to be, oh, let me just get through. And once you get remission, you think you can go back to the same lifestyle you had. I made that mistake. I'll never do it again. I don't want anybody to go through this again. Therefore, this is why we're talking, we're learning, and we're going to beat the odds. But we need to learn how to clean the body first. Build your dreams and your goals. Just because you are sick does not mean you stop dreaming. In fact, the complete opposite. My doctor told me, Jessica, I've never had a patient like you. My response was, Doctor, I don't have time to die. I don't. I kept myself busy through it all. And I'm going to continue to keep myself busy. And I give myself little projects because if I have little projects, it's giving me something to look forward to. If we're not focused on and giving ourselves expectations, then all we're focusing on is the report and our sickness, and it's going to drive you insane. So you want to keep yourselves dreaming. You want to give yourself goals, even if it's short term, but give yourself the goals that you need in your life to continue living. Accept responsibility. You must understand and accept the responsibility for your health. If you feel like your lifestyle is correct, then why does sickness exist in your body? If you feel like you're doing the right thing, then why are sicknesses and diseases existing younger and younger in our generations now? Ask yourselves. If you take responsibility that the way you are living is killing you, then you can change your bad habits and learn a new way of living. Create a new normal lifestyle. That's what we're going to do. Just because we are sick does not mean our lives are over. I believe it is a decision we will make that will be the outcome of our lives. So don't fall into depression because truly that will not help your healing process. In fact, the outcome will be devastating. Maybe the environment you live in is simply not healthy for you, and you realize that change is a must for you to start your healing process. Have you ever heard the phrase, you cannot heal in the environment that made you sick? That is a great analogy to help you understand that your life may need to take a shift, to take a change on things to help your healing process. Living a stress-free life. Understand your life and your desires are important because maybe a lot of what is going on with your sickness is not healthy for you. See, we need to live stress-free, and I understand that life is not fair at times, but picking up other problems simply is not healthier for you. We cannot pick up other people's problems when we can't even take care of our own. Guys, we need to be that example, and that's my thing, is that when you start creating a new normal, letting somebody in, okay. When you start creating new normal life, it's not like you're doing things forcefully. It becomes something that's automatic, and it becomes natural. GMOs and pesticides. Stay away from processed foods. All are filled with hormones and GMOs that are being pumped in our foods. All feed cancer. So my advice is shop at Whole Foods, Sprouts. You want to shop more for natural. Look for organic foods. My tip for the day right now, at least on the GMO subject, is how do you know what is a true organic fruit and vegetable from the store? Well, you know the little bar that they put the barcodes? If it has a number 9, it starts with the number 9, it is an organic fruit and vegetable. If it starts with anything else other than a 9, and there's plenty of them out there, you're going to see 4, 6, 2, anything other than a number 9, it has pesticide. It was food that is sprayed on with GMOs to grow faster, speed. But all those the process of those foods and the farming, guys, is getting to our bodies and is not helping our cancer, not helping our health at all. It's creating imbalances because our body is like a foreign alien. We doesn't know what to do. Therefore, our body creates the imbalance. So you need to go back to organics. It is imperative. What foods feed cancer? We're going to discuss this more thoroughly later. But I will tell you, if you're on this Zoom call, what I want you to stop automatically as of today, if you can, sugar, carbs, and dairy. Dairy is just as bad as sugar. I know doctors don't tell you. If you talk to them, they're going to say you can eat whatever you want. They've told me over and over again why, to keep my energy up, to get through the chemos, because I'm going to need it. If I crave something, they say, Jessica, eat it because you need your energy. Wrong. If you are craving sugar, it's because your body, the cancer, is making you crave to give it to it so that it can feed off that sugar. It will kill you. Get off dairy, sugar, carbs. Those are the 3 things that are horrific. Are there other things? Yes. But today on this Zoom call, I'm telling you, those are the 3 things you stop automatically. Later, we'll go in more in depth and I will teach you again meats. We're going to go more into even foods. But at this point, I just need you to know that, okay? Sugar, carbs, and dairy. Anxiety and depression. All are part of what most are leading cause of cancer. People nowadays do not know how to cope with life situations. I can't stress this enough. It is a decision we make that causes our problems and our outcomes. We must change our mindset in order to change our outcome. Guys, if we're going through things, now that I have or am fighting a terminal illness, as they gave me this diagnosis, so many things that I thought were important before are not important to me now. It's changed the way I think. It's changed my whole life. I could care less about a Louis Vuitton bag. I prefer, buying supplements that I know are going to be great for my body. And I look forward to, going into a organic food store to create my next meal. I look forward to different things, and I'm more natural now versus creating, or creating materialistic things. Things have changed completely for me. Poor diet. I believe this is a big factor in my diagnosis. I would eat at late hours on my feet. I would put clients first before myself. I was a hairdresser before I got my diagnosis. So if I didn't have time for lunch, I wouldn't eat. I would put my customers first. If and at the end of the day, just for energy, because I was feeling weak, I would get a Snickers bar or something that had sugar, maybe just for the energy, not understanding what I was doing to my body. At night, it would come around. I'd be so exhausted. What's the easier thing to do? Go through a fast food drive and just say, you know what, I'm going to call it a day. Give it to, my kids. It was easier to do that than at 8 o'clock at night, go do a meal and then be eating at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That's, again, it's our minds. Now I know better. I have to accept that what I did to myself. I can't blame God. I can't blame the world. This is what I'm trying to talk about. This course is about us learning. I know what I did. What did you do? I know what I did to my body, but I learned to accept that a lot of the things I did were bad habits. What were your bad habits? That's what we need to figure out. We need to learn. We need to take care of it. We need to change it, and we need to clean the body. When we do that, then your chances are going to be amazing. And that's when you're going to hear the doctors starting to say, wow, well, what you're doing is working. I don't know what you're doing, but it's working. I've heard this over 8 years, over and over again. And it's not because Jessica's done anything, out of the norm. Yes, there are things that I have done I'm going to share with you, but everything I've learned on my own. Everything I've learned has been natural, God-given. It was put on earth for healing purposes, but nobody talks about it. And we're going to go more thorough into the course, and I will explain what those are as we go on into the weeks. Overcoming fear. How did I overcome fear? By finding my peace and my tranquility, as well as spiritual strengthening, made all the difference in overcoming fear. I must ask, do you have faith? Do you? Because if the answer is no, or I'm not sure, then I believe you need to find your hope and learn your faith, because that will make all the difference with your healing and your healing journey. Analyzing the people that surround you. Maybe analyzing the people who surround you are going through cancer is already stressful and difficult. If you associate with people who, instead of supporting you, help or give you more stress, then guys, I suggest sometimes you might just need to change, your surroundings. That may be your friends. That may be, your family. That may be, I don't know, but I could tell you that. I'll give you an example. Even though I'm fighting my battle, there was a time where I still lived at home because I was supposed to decline. I was sent to hospice. Okay. When I was in hospice, there was a lot I couldn't do for myself. I know what I needed to do as far as for my body, but I wasn't strong enough in the physical body to do it. Okay. So I was dependent upon people to help me through it. When you have a good support system and you educate and teach your family how to eat right, then it's not like they're having to change, or it's not as difficult for them. Tough love is tough love. When you love your love, your kids per se, even though they may be young, eating fruits and vegetables is a must. You can't always give them the chicken nuggets, the shakes, the french fries, because they're throwing a tantrum and you just don't want to hear it. That's not loving your child. If you truly love them, then you want the best for them. That's what God does for us. We're going to talk a lot about these things. In fact, let's go there. One of the biggest things that I want to talk about next is discipline. When I tell you guys the word discipline, what do you think about? I'm sure you guys are going to probably say discipline means somebody's in trouble. I remember discipline means, oh, my parents used to spank me. It's always a negative. Discipline, you would think negative. But let me tell you, in the Bible, the word discipline means to train and or develop by instruction and exercise, especially self-control. If we know how to discipline ourselves through life and we learn the true meaning of discipline, you can be a leader, a true leader. And we're going to show you how. I'm gonna go into scriptures, guys, because I want you to learn not only what I say, but how did I get through this journey and what made all the difference on showing you what discipline means, even in the Bible. Okay. This, we're gonna go to Hebrews. Where? I'm gonna go to Hebrews 12, 5, 11. So I'm gonna read this for you so you guys understand. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor be discouraged when you are rebuked by him. For whom the Lord loves, he chastens and scourges every son he receives. If you endure chastening, by God deals with you as one of his sons. For what son is there whom father does not chasten? But if you are without chastening, of which all have become partakers, then you ignite not sons. What he's trying to tell you is basically, think of you as a parent. If we allowed our children to do anything and everything they wanted, never discipline them, is that teaching them love, or are you being good to your child because you're not disciplining them? No, you're hindering them, you're creating monsters, and in the end, you're not the good parent. Just because you allowed them to do whatever they wanted is not love. They need discipline. When you discipline, is because you love your child. You want them to become good young men, good young women, upbringing to morals, right? So therefore, if we discipline, our Father also disciplines us. But a lot of the times we look at our lives as what we've done in our past and say, I'm not worthy. God could never forgive me. And Jessica, you don't know what I've done. I don't need to know what you've done. Everything that we've done in our past has made us who we are. And our testimonies of who we are and what we've done is who we are and we've become. But we can use our testimonies to help others in the process. Okay? So next I'm going to go to Proverbs 3:11-12. I'll show you. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects. Just as the Father, the Son is whom he delights. So he's telling you, I discipline you, I train you, I show you because I love you. He loves you this much to show you a new way. And I use these scriptures to show you what proof, where you can go. You don't need inspiration and motivation just from people or books or acceptance. Go to the Bible and see, learn who you are and what your purpose is. Why have you gone through what you've gone through? And let's learn how to strengthen your spirituality to help others in the process. Because I believe that you too have a testimony and you too can be an example to somebody else. Now we're going to go to Ephesians 6:4. Okay. And you, fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in training and admonition of the Lord. Again, he's saying we need discipline. The more we discipline and we are disciplined, the more we're going to understand, we're going to become leaders, and we're going to grow. So that is my whole point when I bring you these scriptures of not only knowing, what we're going through, but also learning the spiritual world so that you can know your God. And here's the thing, we're not going to be, I don't want this to be about religion, because it's not about religion. What do you believe in? What do you believe in? Even if you're atheist and you say, well, Jessica, I don't believe in God. Okay, so then how do you expect to believe in a miracle if you don't have any belief in something beyond you? Okay, so these are the things that we're going to grow with throughout this course, to learning not only your physical body, your surroundings, what needs to change, but also your spiritual growth as well. So let me go back to this one. Okay, next week on Tuesday, I'm going to talk about chapter 1 on Cancer Void, okay, which is going to be spiritual strengthening. So I am going to have like a full thing on spiritual growth, on how to find strength to keep you going when emotionally you're worn out. That's going to be my topic next week. Okay, so do not miss out on spiritual strengthening, chapter 1 of Cancer Void, so that you can understand how to live a better life. Guys, I implore you to please invite people on if you know they're going through situations, turmoils in their life. Have them get on. This is something that's going to be a group for all of us to grow together. And I really want people to understand that in order to heal the body, in order to have a miracle, you need to heal the body in spirit, soul, and body. Mind, body, and spirit. It's got to be everything. Because if it's just one thing that you're doing and you don't have belief in another, then it's going to be very difficult for you to beat the odds. And we can do it. So I'm going to stop the recording. I want to thank you all for definitely coming on this Tuesday and joining me for Cancer Void of Jessica's week one of conquering cancer and beating the odds. If I can do it, you can do it. So, guys, if you have questions, I'm going to start the questions where you guys can personally ask me now.
I think we all have questions. Hi there.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you doing?
I am running late as always.
That's okay. There's no late. Okay, look, right now we're like literally I finished 3 minutes before 8:30. I told everybody I was gonna respect their time. That's why I stayed on the agenda. However, I'll always stop the recording, which I have, and I'm gonna answer everybody's questions that they may have for me personally. So this is what I will do every week. If you guys have to hang up, go ahead, feel free. You can. If you have questions, I'm here one-on-one for you. So shoot away. What's the question, Liza?
Right now, it seems like everybody has a battle. Everybody's fighting something. Everybody's in a hurry to get from point A to point B. Especially if we're sick, we want a quick solution. We want to go ahead and especially if it's something that we're fighting terminal. And but I am fighting something. My battle is a long battle. But we do want that quick and swift. It didn't take us quick and swift to get what we got. It was over time, our habits, our eating habits, what we put into our body, and our thought process. I don't know if this is some of the things that you might have covered, but our thought process has a lot to do with it, especially when we're given a terminal illness. So as far as what you've taught me and what, a lot of us, we drop the ball on is nutrition. And I can't emphasize with what you've showed me on nutrition is how it helps better myself. And then once I better myself, mentality, you feel better. Once your mentality feels better, spiritually, everything follows. So I really, really, right now that I came in at the end towards the before you close, saying that it's very important to go ahead and this is not about faith. This is not about religion. This is really, really about mentality, thought, soul, and how strong you're going to make yourself mentally for this battle. Okay. And it's a battle. And I admire you so much for your accomplishments, for your determination to fight and beat so many odds. And you're still faced with many, many more odds. But you are really, because a lot of people do not have an ounce of that will. And it's true, if you could go ahead and plant that seed and let it nourish everybody who's listening, let it nourish, because nobody's walking this walk but you, and you. That's it.
And you know what I want everybody to understand is that none of us who are going through this or whatever they're going through chose their battle. None of us chose for what came to come. I didn't know where this was going to take me, especially when I was told, a year and fighting my battle. On this journey, I learned and found my purpose. And my purpose is to help others understand and learn a new way, and to also learn that they can too beat the odds. By learning and taking responsibility, and changing a cycle. The fact that I'm still here today is truly mind-boggling. To the doctors, every time I lose a patient, and I've lost many patients, and that's I think one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing that I have to face, because I feel like People have gotten diagnosed after me, and they've already gone before me. Most have gone with less cancer than I have, and yet I'm still here.
Right.
When I have my
Right.
conversations with God and I say, why am I still here? You know, I believe with all my heart that it is to help others. It is, I'm not getting paid for this. This isn't a job. This is my time, and I'm willing to give it for every single one because it's about saving each and every
Even if it's
single
just
one of
that
us.
one. Even if it's just that one. This
Right.
lady that's over here in the corner, who is this?
Me?
Yes, hi.
Oh, hi.
How are
I'm
you?
listening. Hi, I'm Judy.
Nice to meet you, Judy. Nice to meet you. My name's Liza.
Judy,
Um,
you were on for the full course, at least for today. In your
I will
opinion,
be on full for the other ones too. It's very
Awesome.
interesting, very in lot of information.
and you know what? It has to be step by step because if I don't break it down step by step, Judy, people get overwhelmed, and
Yes.
you are only gonna grasp so much, and then you're not gonna grasp everything else. So they'll be like, "What did she say?" But if every week you keep, even I'm doing this, keeping a log of every week of notes of things that I'm doing to help you, then you can do week 1, week 2, week 3, have your own journal. And by the end of that journal, I'm telling you, I believe with all my heart, you're going to find your life's purpose, your will for your life, your destiny, and you're going to be a testimonial to someone.
exactly. And you know what's even, and Jess and I have discussed this. It's so much easier to talk to a total stranger about your illness than it is to talk to family.
Yes.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
I remember when we were going through the things that I was going through, and my mom, I hear my mom, crying and saying, "Oh my God, what am I going to do without you? What am I going to do if anything happens? What am I going to do?" And they were already mourning. She was already mourning me. And I'm like, dude, I'm still here. But when I had to deal with the certain news that was put on my plate, it was so much harder because I had to deal with everybody's sympathy and condolences when you're the one walking it,
Yeah.
and it's so much harder, but it is, and I don't know why it's just so much easier to speak to strangers than it is
It is.
sometimes to speak to the family.
It is.
Yep.
I agree. I do
But
agree.
you felt like it was informative for you for week 1?
Yes. It's
Was
like
there-
motivating, inspirational. Yeah, it is.
So you going through it right now, what were the things, I'm just curious, what did you not know that you wrote down that was interesting for you to know today?
Basically, actually I knew, like I know a lot of the stuff because we when I got diagnosed, my daughter, you're lost. You don't know what to do or where to start. So my daughter started and Googled everything, did a lot of research. And because of her, I got on like you said, I cut sugar, dairy, meats. I started plant-based. I'm doing other stuff that is not your traditional medicine. I started RSO. I just started
Good.
doing a lot of.
Good job.
I was doing
Good.
RSO while I was on chemo, and I'm still on RSO.
Good
Still
job.
on RSO.
Good job.
I do juicing. So, but it was all because my daughter Googled and she was, finding all this out for me. And, I thank God. I thank God that I had
How long
her.
have you been sick?
I was diagnosed in November 14th. I had surgery. Yes, of last
Now,
year.
now, how do your physicians make you feel when you and your heart know that there's something so great and so positive in your life that you're doing for yourself without insurance and Medicaid, and it's all coming out of pocket because there's
Yes.
not an insurance out there that's paying for your RSO.
No.
So,
No.
so all these things that are coming out, and your doctor is so hell bent to get you on this medication, and this treatment. Okay. But you've already researched that sugar is not good for you. You've already researched that your water maybe is, and the only thing that they're serving you when you come out of there is, would you like a bottled water? Or the machine, what is it called? The vending machine that's in that place has nothing but sweets.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. But I would take my own water because they would offer me water, but I'm like, I drink alkaline water. So I would take my own water. I take my water wherever I go. I don't leave home without it, and I drink a gallon a day. Yeah. If we go out to eat, because again, I will take my own salad. I will take I will take my food if we go out. If I don't think there's anything healthy on the menu, I will take my own salad. And I mean, my family, they're used to it. Oh, she's bringing her
Yeah.
own food.
Yeah. And that's good.
Yeah.
At least you're comfortable with it, because there's people out there who don't, or it's easier for them to, pues, my family, again, we talk about family support. Well, my family didn't change the way they were eating either. You know what I mean? So I had to make my separate meals, and they would still make their meals. Y eso es que, como quien dice, I'm sick, but they still don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
true.
I get it. That's why I'm like, I understand. So a lot of times, we're stuck as patients, as patients, who really understands us, who really supports us, who really, you do feel like you're on your own, and you're like, oh my gosh, well, I don't
Yes.
even have that as support.
Yes, it's
That's
true.
why this group, I think, it's imperative. And the more girls we get on, the more they're going to understand that it is about uplifting, empowering.
Yes.
That's what I want it to be about.
I was
And it's,
determined not to miss your podcast today. I was determined. I was getting nervous because I'm like, I called my daughter. I can't log on. Like, I want to go on my laptop, not my phone. I need help. I don't want to miss this.
That was me with Carlos right now. I was like, I can't log on. I've been trying to log on for about 45 minutes now. And Carlos is like, well, follow this, and this. And I was like, I can't log on. So, but you know what? And this might not be for everybody. A lot of people are still stuck in believing. Okay. If I ever came into your house and said, remove that frame from there, I don't like it. You know what? Change your bed comforter. I don't like it. Change your sofas. I don't like it. You're going to look at me and say, who do you think you are coming into my house and changing it? But wait, we give a doctor in a white jacket that has a paper framed in wood because he's been programmed to tell the same person day in and day out the same results that you have. He tells them the same story day in and day out.
But
we listen to them.
well, but you know what, Liza? They're just as brainwashed as we are, because that's all they're taught. They don't go to doctor school and learn holistic medicine. They don't learn nutrition. They only learn science. They only learn medicine. Medicine is only gonna have so much on our bodies before our body it's overload. Exactly. It's a band-aid. And then it doesn't know what to do. That's why when I see so many going, and I'm a stage 4, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody, okay? I'm speaking for Jessica. Everybody that has stayed on and is in stage 4 diagnosis, they're all gone. They're all gone, and they all stayed on traditional medicine. I'm the only one that didn't, and I'm
Yeah.
still here. So
You've gone through,
okay,
I don't know how
so
many.
then I'm like, okay, what is that not enough to say, okay, doctors, when are you guys gonna like say, wait a minute, maybe there's something to what she's doing?
Oh, they'll
No,
tell you, but not on paper. They won't put it down to where they have
because
backup
they'll lose their jobs.
right.
They're not allowed to, and that's where we got as adults. We need to say, okay, I need my doctor for certain things, but you need to make decisions for yourselves.
Yeah.
Get your grit back and say
And those-
enough.
And when those days
Okay,
hurt,
I'm
and
gonna start.
pain,
This
bone,
is how I feel. Go with how you feel. We've been through enough to know when your body feels broken.
Yeah.
I've been broken, and I know when I feel good. So I'm gonna shoot for good, and I'm gonna shoot for keep trying to feel good. And maybe in the process, if God has a miracle, and I believe He does, I have friends that at stage 4 deathbed, I mean, few friends, not a lot, but few, who are cancer free today. I'm going to believe that I'm going to be one of those. And when it happens, what are people going to say? Just like it could happen to me, it could happen to them. All they got to do is learn.
Mm-hmm.
Take the time to learn. That's it.
True.
So how are you feeling battling right now? How's your body feeling?
Mine?
Yeah.
You tell. I'm good. I'm good. I just still have like a little bit. I have some, like I feel a little fatigue and tired, but not all the time. It comes and goes. I do push myself because I do go to the gym Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Good for you.
And I'm there about an hour and a half. But I push myself. I'm like, I gotta go because
I drive by a gym every day.
but I feel like when I'm done at the gym and I get home, I will drink a shake, a protein shake, and I feel good. I feel energized, and that's what I'm like. On the days that I don't go, my body feels more pain and tired than on the days that I do go. So I'm trying to push myself to be there more than Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But at the same time, I don't want to overdo it. I want to have my body rest. But yeah, I do. Yeah.
How's your Dory brain forgetting everything? Because me and Jessica, man, we had our moments from getting into people's cars that don't belong to us to, the whole 9 yards. How's your memory?
It's been better, but I was getting frustrated. I was like, is this normal? I didn't know if it was normal or not. There was nobody to tell me like it's normal. You're going to forget stuff. And I'm like, am I okay? Why am I'm like, I kept forgetting stuff. And my husband's like, you're okay. You're okay. And I'm like, what was I doing? What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was for a while, I kept thinking there's something wrong with me because I can't remember stuff.
Right. The first thing that went to my mind was, it went to the brain.
I thought that too.
Because of fear. That's always the fear of what is it doing? And that's my thing is we got to get past the fear and stop thinking of the cancer because it's not going to dictate our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, screw cancer, I'm going to do it and it's got to catch up with me. I'm not catching up with it. You know what I mean? That's got to be your attitude, Mija. Once you're on the right road, obviously. You're doing good. That's good.
I'm hoping. Unfortunately, my sister-in-law was diagnosed right after me. And I'm hoping that she will get on because she really needs the information. She really needs it. Right now she's going through her last 5 days in a row of chemo, and then she will have on the 23rd her stem cells put back in. She has stage 4 she has leukemia, but it's another name for it.
Well,
So I'm
the good thing is her type of cancer with stem cells is usually very good results. I mean, you never know, but I've heard a lot of good results from stem cell treatments on leukemia, blood type cancers. So
okay, good. She lives
she's
in New
got.
York.
Okay.
So yeah.
All we could do is pray and keep her in our
Yes.
prayers, but hopefully she will get on and open her mind to learning.
Yes. I just like I'm always wanting to learn and learn new things. And I know I can learn a lot from you. You're like, oh my God, you're so motivating, inspirational. I mean, because you're actually the first, when I talked to, and Angie actually talked about you taking your own food when you guys would go out to eat. So I don't know if you know what is her, oh God, I can't remember her last name. But yeah, I can always learn more. I'm always wanting to learn better myself.
And and it's, I don't know if you know, and if you felt it at points of your illness, and even prior to that, your body talks to you.
Yes.
Your body tells you. Your body gives you signals of certain things going on. So whenever it is that you are doing something for yourself, or that you're not, listen to your body. It is talking to you. It talks to you. And I'm glad that you're doing all these things, all these positive movements. That's very good.
Yes,
very good.
yes.
Because not a lot of people that get diagnosed with anything, it's like, oh yeah, se le cierra el mundo. And
Oh yeah.
it's good to stop. I mean, we God, I think there isn't anything that we've not talked about, but you have that. You have to talk. You have to speak, and sometimes
Yes.
even when you're in your own.
But Liza, a lot of times when you're sick, or a lot of sick people don't like to talk. They'll isolate themselves because they feel like nobody's gonna understand them. Or they don't know, nobody knows what I'm feeling. Or instead of being a Debbie Downer, you're like, pues mejor me voy, and you just go to your room. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be the party pooper. You don't want to be the,
Yes.
all the time. And I get that. That's how we face our battles. We hide. Think of when I first met you. I was like, where's Liza? Where's Liza? 30 minutes are gone. Where's Liza? Where's Liza? I didn't know you were sick. I had to learn. And then when I started to learn you, I was like, oh, I get it.
She'll be back later.
Yeah, but see, now it's like no big deal. But guess what? I learned you, and there's others out there like us. And maybe somebody else won't understand it, but we do.
Yeah.
And that's where you're not alone. And that's why this group is going to be created.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm loving it.
Are you in Denver? Where are you located at?
He's El Paso.
I'm in El Paso.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I told my daughter I want to do acupuncture. I saw Jessica doing it.
It's amazing.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Acupuncture, cupping, girl, you gotta try it. It's amazing.
Yes.
And it's
want to
not
try
that
that.
expensive. It helps. It's good for the body.
Hey, Jess,
Okay.
let me ask you this. What is your take on Reiki?
Anything that is going to be meditation for you is gonna be good. Whatever you feel in tune with in the body. That's like saying, how do I feel about yoga or chakras? You know what I'm saying? I love chakras. That's my thing. In fact, I have chakras playing right now. I have chakras on all the time because for me, that's my energy. I love, to me, that's just what gives me energy throughout the day. Plus, of course, my spirituality and the groups I'm a part of and everything that I do, I enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay,
All
Mia.
right.
God bless.
Thank
Good
you
night.
so much.
You're
Thank you. You
welcome.
all have a good night. Bye bye.
Okay, good night.